Hello and welcome to Cover Story. This week we have with us former Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dixshit. She's also one of the most articulate faces of the Congress party. So we're going to be talking to her about a lot of things, but primarily about 2 years of the Congress in opposition and what it plans to do to recover from the state that it is in today. Welcome to NewsX, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Shiraji, right at the outset, it's not a good time to be in the Congress, because we've been talking about 2 years of the government, but 2 years of Congress and opposition hasn't served well. You're reduced to 6 states. There are questions about your leadership. People are talking about surgery. Some people are saying bypass or transplant.
No. Please remember, we are a democratic country and governments do change. It's the people's will that prevails eventually, and they get the government that they deserve and also what they have chosen. So I don't think, and it's not the first time that the Congress is in opposition. The Congress was in opposition after P.V. Narasimha Rao left. The Congress was in opposition when Indira Gandhi lost. So it's nothing new.
But you're reduced to such a low, and this despondency about the leadership has never been so much.
No. There was a lot of despondency. You were too small at that time when Indiraji lost, for instance. But we picked up. So please, many of us, or most of us, feel that don't write off the Congress. It will come back. It will come back with a bang. And let us see how the Modi government performs and the local governments which have been elected, either the BJP or their local parties. Let's see how they perform, and then.
But that can't be your best strategy. Let's see how they trip up. A lot of congressmen are saying, let's wait for them. Is there any other strategy in mind?
Of course, there is a strategy. We are doing our work. We have participated in Parliament. We are articulate. We come out every time. We are there in the news. Of course, I must say that there is in the Modi government a kind of a censorship, which is you may not feel. But we as viewers, I am talking not only just as a congressperson, but as a viewer also, there is a subtle kind of a censorship going on. So many things which the Congress is doing just do not get the kind of coverage that they really ought to be getting.
You're saying the media is blacking out the Congress. What are the achievements that we could be blacking out?
No, we are not achieving anything. We are not in government just now. But we do follow our policies. We are there. As an opposition, even though we have, as you said, a very small number in the Lok Sabha, we are doing very well in the Rajya Sabha. So it's there, and we are a party who doesn't just oppose for the sake of opposing. If we have an issue which is concerns the people, which concerns the country, which we think is of concern, we do raise it. We do take up issues. Mrs. Gandhi, who is our president, she takes up issues. Rahul Gandhi takes up issues.
No. See, the problem with what a lot of BJP ministers, as you know, they were giving a series of interviews this week to celebrate their 2 years. They are saying Congress is opposing for the sake of opposing. Augusta was something the Italian courts. National Herald was Supreme Court. So they are saying we are not going after them. So why is the Congress behaving?
Well, that's the only thing left for them to say. But they did go after National Herald and nothing came out. Whether it's the Supreme Court, nothing came out of that. Nothing has come out so far of Augusta. Now one other issue has started yesterday. Let us see when it comes to.
I'll tell you what's come out is the perception.
The perception with us is that the BJP is still, in spite of our small number, is still scared of us.
Or it's still in opposition and not governing.
Yeah.
But scared of you or not, but the thing is, you look at the point right now. You just lost 2 states, and it's not just 2 states. You're now reduced to 6 states.
I know.
Only
but
one
what
big
has
state.
the BJP done? Only one state now, Assam. Nowhere else. Tell me that. It hasn't done anything in Calcutta or West Bengal. Hasn't got anything. One seat in Kerala.
They've made a footprint in the south, and they've got a state in the
Footprint
northeast.
what?
So this whole thing of being a pan-India party.
One seat in the south. That's nothing in Tamil Nadu.
But they are expanding. You are shrinking. That's the argument.
They may be expanding. If you look at the proportion that they are expanding in, considering that they are a government at the center with a full-fledged majority, are they expanding? One seat is expansion.
Their presence is bigger in many other states. Apart from the Lok Sabha, they have a larger number of states.
So what? So what? That is so. After
can't
Indira
write
Gandhi,
it off an election cycle.
No. After Indira Gandhi lost, all the states had an election, and Mr. Morarji Desai's party won everywhere. What happened after that? We came back.
But Modi is not a Morarji Desai, and he's running a united BJP as opposed to Morarji Desai, but a
No,
coalition
but
of
what
sorts.
has Modi done? What are his achievements? They're all in the papers, they're all on television, they're all in media.
A lot of
But
people are saying
the
there
feel,
has been a recovery.
The feel of the work that he is supposed to have done is not there with the people. Your economy is not doing very well. If you look at a very simple thing like ordinary citizens like me look at, Swachh Bharat, where is Swachh Bharat? But you ask any ordinary person, have you gained anything? Weren't we told that all the money from abroad was going to be brought back and 15 lakhs per family were going to be distributed amongst the people of India?
But you know, you are talking 60 years versus 2 years, so they need more time. At least they've taken the step in the right direction.
But no, are they taking the step in the right
direction? They formed an SIT on black money.
No, I would like my 15 lakhs. I'm sure you would love it also. Let the whole thing start. If you are supposed to, we are giving them, they've got another 3 years to go. Let them do. I'm not saying that they haven't got 3 years. Let us see what they do. But these 2 years are not satisfactory.
After this debacle, at least the BJP has announced in National Executive, there's no CWC, there's no introspection, the Antony Committee report and Lindo report.
We do introspection, there's constant introspection.
It's too secret, you need to communicate more.
No, I would not say that. We are used to losing, we are used to winning also. What India is today is thanks to all that the Congress did, whether it was Manmohan Singh or Indira Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi or Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, what they are trying to do, what they are scared of, is the Nehru Gandhi family. So, they are trying to, like, look what has happened in Rajasthan. They removed a chapter on Nehru. Why? Are they so small minded? They haven't even got the courage because they are nervous, in spite of the fact that they have won. They are unsure of themselves.
Whatever nostalgia people have about the Congress is about Nehru, Indira Gandhi, maybe Sonia also, but Rahul, there is no goodwill about him even amongst congressmen. How are you going to deal with that problem?
No, that's what you have an impression
That's what a lot of congressmen are telling us, and on record now people are going.
No, maybe people are, I don't know who they are or why they are saying
surgery ki baat
because you must remember that Rahul Gandhi is not like his other, like you're not like your mother wasn't like her mother or your father or whatever. But so he's different, he's doing well, he gave a very good speech on the budget this time, it was very well appreciated, and he's learning.
He's getting E for effort, but what about D for delivery?
No, when the opportunity comes to show off what you have done.
It's come, 10 years is a lot of opportunity.
No, but we lost one election, please remember that. Now we are working for the next round, and we will work, and I am quite sure that if you look at the way the BJP is working and look at the way the Congress is quietly and silently, going up, we will come back. This country can't do without the Congress, I can tell you that.
But there are a lot of efforts being made to replace the Congress. Your friend Mr. Kejriwal, Nitish Kumar, Mamata Banerjee, there's a rise of the third front.
Nitish Kumar is there, we have an alliance.
Is Congress being replaced as opposition?
No, we have an alliance because the time is there for alliances. We
enough.
move with the time, it's fair enough, you can't say that is wrong. But what about Kejriwal? What has he done for Delhi? Has he done anything? Is the water all right, the power all right, all the promises that have been made, are they all right?
Fair enough, we know about Kejriwal, but the fact is, his magic still hasn't waned, and he is looking to consolidate in Punjab. He's going to, I'm told in Goa is another state that he's looking towards.
No, nobody can take that right away for him. Let him consolidate in Punjab.
But then these are the people who's been taking on the government more. It's Kejriwal, whatever the issue is, more and more we see Kejriwal versus Modi instead of Rahul versus Modi.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kejriwal spends about 526 crores on advertisements. So he's bound to get the kind of publicity that nobody else can.
But he also knows how to, command the political narrative.
You have seen those ads.
You see what he did with that raid in his house.
I don't mean to criticize the media, I am not that. But 526 crores and you haven't got money to repair the roads, you haven't got money to pay the MCD employees, you say you don't want to pay them. The other day some employees came to me and said they hadn't received their salaries for 3 months. So, what is it? What is the priorities that you are having? The Congress has always prioritized what the country needs, what the people need, what the poor people of the country need, what needs to uplift the country. I don't see that happening either with the BJP or with Kejriwal.
But does the Congress need now to rethink, because Mr. Chidambaram, if you wrote last week, saying you need to rethink your economic and social policies to appeal to the age group from 20 to 35. So he's also asking for a rethink.
No, what is the rethink? You say you rethink. Then whoever has written this, whoever it is,
Mr.
they should
Chidambaram.
come forward and give the solutions. Okay, all right, this is where we think we went wrong, or this is what we should be doing now. Write all that. There's just no point saying rethink and not say what you should rethink.
But Mr. Antonis wrote his solutions were report was gathering dust somewhere. So how do I know Mr. Chidambaram's report won't gather
maybe
dust?
One report is like that.
All the reports, Lindo Committee, Antony.
No, I would not say. Please, Priya ji, remember one thing, that today in the 21st century, what India is today, an up and coming nation, the whole world accepts it, is because of the work done by the Congress, not 2 years of work of Mr. Modi or 1 year of work of Mr. Kejriwal.
Okay, but then what do you do with the Congress right now when Digvijay Singh, a senior leader, talks about a surgery? Abhishek Manu Singhvi says we should, he's also being critical, he's fighting with Digvijay, but he's also saying let's not have a musical chairs where the same 15 people are either AICC or PCC.
This is a decision that Mrs. Gandhi will have to take.
But is she listening to them?
We leave it to her because she is the president of the party and it's her privilege to do that. She has done it all these 10, 15 years that she has been there. She has changed the party, she has changed positions, she had brought in new people, she has won elections, and we have also lost. When you can win, you can also lose. So it's not that she is, the Congress has full faith in her.
Full faith in her, but does it have full faith in her son?
She is the president, Baba.
But he is the president in waiting.
No, he made
and
it.
I'm told he's taking more and more decisions. Sam was his decision to go with Gaurav, with Tarun Gogoi and not Hemanta Sarna.
He's being trained and he will learn, and when you are being trained, please don't judge somebody right from the beginning. Judge somebody when they've got a little experience and all. I think everybody is being a little unfair to what Rahul is trying to achieve. Let him, it's his style, it's his way, it's the modern style of doing work. Let us see, or give him a chance.
You mentioned Rajiv Gandhi, but last time there was a Congress vice president equation. There was Mrs. Indira Gandhi and Rajiv. She was the vice president. He had his computer men, he had his own team of people. But there wasn't that remarkable alienation between the two teams. That we knew who was in power, it was Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Right now, same position, but there are two camps literally. The old guard is feeling sidelined. A lot of your contemporaries are saying that, Rahul doesn't take us into consideration. We don't know what he's thinking.
Priya, everybody has their own style of functioning. Indira Gandhi's style was not the same as Jawaharlal Nehru's, and Rajiv's was not the same as Indira Gandhi's. So please give him that much. He's not going to be exactly the carbon copy of his ancestors.
Fair enough, but some continuity between him and his mother. Forget.
No, there is there. They work together. She always says she consults him, he consults her. But I will not say that everybody is privy to the nitty-gritties of things. But they do work together. After all, he is the vice president and she is the president. So they do consult each other. And
very often leaders who meet her said to go to Rahul, he will take the decision.
I am very confident. We are going through a bad patch, but in politics you go, and a democratic politics, you go through bad patches and good patches. You go through wins and you go through loses. But when you lose something, it doesn't mean you lost things forever. When you win something, it doesn't mean you won something forever. So that's the reality.
And that's something you know a lot more than all of us from your vast experience. Yeah. But again, I'm coming back to what Chidambaram said about he's again suggesting that there should be a collective leadership. He makes the example of King Arthur and his knight tale.
He's suggesting that in a writing.
In
an article that he has a point of view. I think I hope he has discussed it with the Congress president, because this Congress president, I can tell you one thing about her. This is my personal and very intimate experience, that she is always open to ideas.
I think his suggestion was more to Rahul than to her.
Well, if it's to Rahul, then you should go and speak to Rahul. You see, there is no point speaking out to the whole world till you've done something. When you've achieved something, there is no point giving suggestions outside your capacity, your capability and your opportunity to be able to meet the person. do that.
But does he meet the person? Does he meet people? Because we are told there's this Rahul
Of course
and his
he does. Of course he
office,
does.
which
Of
is
course
as
he does. I don't know about Mr. Chidambaram, but I've seen Mr. Chidambaram in several meetings. What Rahul accepts or rejects, that is his prerogative. Let's see.
Let's see. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk to you about another state, Uttar Pradesh. But stay with us. Welcome back to Cover Story. We are in conversation with former Delhi Chief Minister and Congress leader Sheila Dixshit. Sheila ji, before we took a break, we were talking about the current situation the Congress is in. I wanted to just look at the future and a bit about you yourself. There is talk that the Congress may send you to Uttar Pradesh as a Chief Minister candidate to do for UP what you did for Delhi.
This talk is also in the media, I must tell you very frankly. And everybody is assuming there must have been, somebody must have spoken about it, somebody must have said something. But I have not yet been asked, neither have I approached anybody. So let's see when a decision is taken what happens.
We are told that a gentleman called Prashant Kishore, who's been hired as a sort of strategist, has mooted this idea.
Prashant Kishore has been given some interviews like this and he has said these things. But for us, Prashant Kishore can give his views, can give his suggestions, but the ultimate decision has to be taken by Mrs. Gandhi as the Congress President and the committee or Rahul Gandhi and all. So till that is taken, it is all in the air.
But the suggestion that we've heard also is that Prashant Kishore would like you to be the face of the campaign, the CM candidate, and he wants people like Kamal Nath, Ghulam Nabi Azad, the old guard really to work.
These are his suggestions.
These are his suggestions.
These are his suggestions, yes, all right, fine. His suggestions have to be actually implemented and accepted, both. First accepted, then implemented by the Congress President.
He's having a tougher time working in the Congress than he did with Nitish Kumar, because there at least he felt there were less layers to work with.
Nitish Kumar is a small party, please confined to Bihar. So please don't compare the Congress with Nitish Kumar's party. It's a small party, a good party. Nitish Kumar is a good leader, no doubt about it. But Congress is a huge party from the tip of India to the northernmost part of India. So you can't compare the two at all.
But there's some, what he's saying is in a sense saying that the old guard, it's a message to Rahul also, don't discard the old guard. When you want to win an election, it's Sheila Dixshit, the Kamal Nath, the Ghulam Nabi. These are the people who are there for you instead of just looking for a Pradeep Bajwa or Ajay Makhan or a...
But I must say one thing, if I can talk to you frankly. There's an impression which has been spread and not contradicted, that there is something which Rahul is apart from the old guard.
Yes.
That is not really so. It's not really so. He consults the old guard, he talks of the youth because he would like to attract the youth to come on because they are going to be the future. But he's never been rude or he has never neglected the old guard. If the Nehru Gandhi family is there, it's there, but it's not that it stops anybody else from coming. After all, P.V. Narasimha Rao was elected and selected by the Congress only.
Only when it was in a corner and he was not even their first choice. But
well,
when Mrs. Gandhi said no, then...
You want to be skeptical about everything, I have nothing to say.
But Narasimha Rao was not your first choice, even he...
No, what do you mean he wasn't the first choice? He was.
After Rajiv, the first choice was Sonia Gandhi. When she said no, then you looked outside.
She said, it was, Congress was sentimental. They would have liked Sonia Gandhi there. But she was gracious enough and wise enough to say, no, I don't want it. And P.V. Narasimha Rao was taken. So it depends on the circumstances, Priya. You know what circumstances? You can't say that the same circumstances will be there for the next 40 years or 50 years. Circumstances change, generations change, thinking changes. So in all that, after all, did anybody think that Dr. Manmohan Singh would be a Prime Minister of
Not
this
even
country?
he, I think.
Yes, exactly. So he was. It's not that the Gandhi family does this. Gandhi family's greatest quality is that it does what it thinks it should do for the nation. Everything else comes afterwards.
But what it should do, what they think may not be the right, we began by, you talked about the emergency and how Mrs. Indira Gandhi made a comeback. You don't see, she made a comeback because she went to the stage, she did Padyatra, she really hit the ground. That is not happening with Rahul. How can you make a comeback?
He does go very
Yeah, photo ops.
No,
and then he goes for these long sabbaticals. We don't know which mood he's going to be in.
You see, times are very different now to what they were at Indiraji's time when she lost her election.
But the philosophy
there was
is
that
the same.
one Belchi which sort of...
Yes, that elephant.
Yeah, you probably mentioned that. But maybe some opportunity like that will happen again, because the kind of skepticism that was there about Rahul some months ago or a year ago is not there now. People have started accepting him.
Funnily enough, it was not there when he did the Land Bill Act, when he got the government to do a rethink. Yes. But again, he seems to have slipped, and this defeat, especially Assam, I keep coming back to Assam more than Kerala, is because there could have been a regime change, and we are told by people, from the Assam congressman, that Mrs. Gandhi had agreed, but Rahul is the one who pressed against it and went on with Tarun Gogoi. Because what Hemanta Sarna says, he likes Blue Bloods dynasty.
Well, there can be a difference of opinion. I don't say that there won't be a difference of opinion. I don't know about these details. But the differences of opinion in a democratic setup and in a function, we are not functioning in the Congress. People don't function like dictators. They consult others. They consult 5 people. This happens in democracy all the time. The decision you arrive at, if you win, is the best decision you've taken. If you lose, you find so many excuses for it. But there is nothing, no finality about it, please. You see, one discusses, I may come to a wrong conclusion, I may give you a wrong answer, you said she should have answered it that way, not this way. It's your opinion, fine, and you're welcome to it. But to say that this would have happened or that would have happened, Tarun Gogoi had 3 terms,
right, just
like I had 3 terms. So there was a sense of fatigue, there must have been something, and people probably looking for a change. And if it's in a democracy, people do look for. 3 terms is 15 years, I've done 15 years, and Indiraji did 17 years, Panditji did 16 or 17 years or 18 years, like that. So change is in the nature of a democratic setup. It's not a dictatorial regime. There's no dictatorship here that you carry on like Mao Zedong till you die.
Do you think the results would have been different had they had changed Ajay Makhan, or got some other person in Delhi, or got some other person in Assam?
Yes, perhaps it could have been different. It could have been different, yes. But this is a conjecture, na? This is something that hasn't happened. So you can't say, well, because we failed there, we say, had we done this, this would have been better. We have to learn a lesson. I agree with you there, absolutely agree with you there. That and for instance in Delhi, we came to 0, no seats at all. So that is something that very worrying, that it should not have happened. But I'm sure they are studying it, and I'm sure we'll do better, because in the MCD election that has taken place now, we've done fairly well. Done better than the BJP anyway. So I think there are ups and downs. Priyaji, democracy is not what people would say. You criticize a democratic failure, but you must also appreciate the successes that have been there.
And the 16 years of yours in Delhi.
Yes.
But last word is, if you're asked to go to Uttar Pradesh, would you go?
No, I haven't made up my mind, because I haven't been asked, so there's no point making up a mind.
Does it tempt you? It's a very difficult state.
Well, if they come, it's a very tough state, and time is very short.
Yes.
You see, the time is very short. So if at all it happens, if at all something like that happens, then we'll think about it.
Okay, on that note, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's it from us. Thank you for watching this edition of Cover Story. We'll see you again same time next week.